Welcome back to Meteorology 101. I'm going to do a test run. Got the gear set up in the car. I just want to touch on the synoptic scenario right now. Right now we have the subtropical or semi-permanent high pressure system over the Atlantic, ridging into the eastern United States, causing a southerly flow, pushing warm, moist air to the north, all the way through up into Illinois, Indiana. We're getting a little bit of cloud cover up in Ohio. So where I am now, it's mainly like cirrus cumulus. So a lot of higher stuff. All the convection weather is all to the south. So low pressure over eastern Texas is pretty much where that dry line is, or maybe a little frontal boundary is pushing through. We'll look at that on satellite. And then we have low ceilings with the warm, moist air ahead of that warm front, pushing from the south over Texas into Oklahoma, up Kansas, and all the way up into Nebraska. So let's go look at the satellite. So if you look at the satellite along the Gulf Coast, you can see the southerly flow, and you do have convection over Alabama, Mississippi, and then some cirrus spill off around right over that ridge that's ridging over in the eastern U.S. And then, like I said, with the higher stuff that's pushing up into Ohio, I mean, we're just on the edge. Right there's a big, long band of just maybe some cirrocumulus pushing through, and then just ahead of that boundary around that high pressure, and then that's a highly modified high pressure ridge over the southeast. And then if you look over Texas, you can see that low pressure system rotating. So you're getting that convection on the west side of Texas and on the east side of Texas. So, and then the warm, moist air pushing up. And if you look at these blue looking clouds on here, you can see that's all a lot of lower stuff. That's where we're seeing those low ceilings all the way through the Midwest. Alright, so looking at the forecast models, we're looking at rain probably for the next several days. Then it looks like that low pressure system over Texas, all that warm, moist air from the south pushing up. I'm not going to go up into the upper levels. We may have some upper level disturbance there, but we got pretty much rain showers all throughout the eastern United States for a while. And then we just continue on out. We can see a low pressure system to the north over Minnesota, and some minor shortwaves pushing through the Midwest when that low pressure system off the East Coast. That actually intensifies as it gets off the East Coast. Nothing for us to be concerned about, but more convection down over Georgia. And then looks like a low pressure system was over the southern Gulf. And then that looks like maybe a possible hurricane pushing up through Florida, up along the East Coast into South Carolina, Virginia. We'll see how that develops. That thing's been moving all over the place. The models are not handling that well. So through Florida, this thing had it going closer to Pensacola. It's got it more intensified now as a pretty intense hurricane. We're gonna, like I said, we have to keep an eye on that, see how that turns out. A hurricane to hit the west coast of Florida, right there in Tampa. That's been a long time since that's happened. Not that it's not possible, but these models are changing every day right now, and it's weakening this system. It's intensifying this system. The models cannot get a grip on it. So then it just goes over land, dissipates, fills, and goes away. But we got rain showers pretty much throughout the whole week. This is 330 hours out, so it's pretty far out. So we'll see how, it's only June 18th, 19th. We'll see how that turns out. There's actually a small system just off the coast of South Carolina. You see that low. So that's pretty much it for the models. Like I said, we're expecting some rain showers in west Ohio here this afternoon into the evening. All the convection is going to be over the southern states, so we're not driving that far. I'm doing a test run right now. What we're going after is I'm just going to take a ride down to the river, go around the loop. Let's take a look at some clouds. That's all we're doing. We'll look at the national radar real quick. So you can see all the convection over Alabama, Mississippi, and then eastern Texas, the Louisiana, all the way up in Arkansas. And then you have that band right there and pushing into central Texas. So that's maybe the dry line right there. That low pressure system is pushing through. And then convection well to the north. So right now we're not getting those systems we were getting last year. This time the Tornado Alley was pretty much lit up this time of year, and it was storm after storm, day after day. Later in the season it got more pushing through the Dakotas up in the Minnesota, and then a lot of the chasers were chasing that through up into Canada. So we're not seeing that now because I think we're in an El Nino pattern. We got the high pressure systems out of Canada actually still those polar outbreaks pushing to the south, and they're highly modified before they get here. There's nothing freezing. We are seeing cooler temperatures at night, but we are getting those high pressure breakouts from the north, and then dominating mostly the eastern United States, clearing a lot of this stuff out and keeping this weather pretty tamed. Alright, so we're going to go to our dash cam. Alright, I'm not going to do a lot of typing and clicking while I'm driving, so alright. I need to drop that down a little bit. But we do want to see the sky, so not necessarily the road. Alright, mostly we're looking at the trees right now. See if I can fix that. Now we're looking at the road. Let me get this thing. I need a co-pilot. Okay. I think that's going to be my biggest battle, is that dash cam. I just have a pretty good zoom lens on that thing, and it's front heavy, so. Like I said, pretty clear day to day. We got some convection building up, some convective clouds. Nothing really convective, just cumuliform. Now my camera's a little too low. Try to get pulled over here and see if I can get this thing adjusted. Alright, we're going to see the top of the trees. That's what we're going to see. Alright, if we can get out of these trees. We do got some clouds to the west. I guess I could go with a wider lens on this camera. I need to get a dash cam that's pretty good. I can move around and maybe get up on the mirror, because that's I got a dash cam on the mirror, but it's not very good. I don't have any way to stream that through the video. You guys aren't seeing any of this as far as the cumuloniform clouds. You guys are pretty much looking at treetops. This thing ain't doing real great for me. About the best we're going to get right there, so unless we're looking at the trees. This would be good for a snowfall or something, but not for this. Let me get down here and park somewhere I can maybe change lenses. first thing I'm gonna do to this car is tint the windows. This thing's a Subaru Forester. It's an oldie one, the 2000. But this thing's a little station wagon, and they don't put any window tint on these windows. I mean, it's like, it's just bright through here. Glare all over the gear. This is Woodland Mound Park. There's the one down by the river. Steamboat. There's a boat ramp down here. Camera's probably going off for a minute. So, real quick, here's the show the river. It's looking across the river into Kentucky. Zoom in pretty good with this lens. This is the telescoping lens, so that's the one we're going to get rid of, so we can see this a little bit better. I'm going to put you over to the charts. If I can get this back up. All right. Try to get this back into the holder. Now, the manual focus. Alright, get this block up here. Focus a little bit better. Alright, there it is. Alright, so another thing I got to figure out is if I want to take that camera out, I can't take it out of the car from too far as the quarter reach to stream to the video, so I almost have to take it out, record some video, come back in, or record with another camera and then tie it into the video later. Alright, so let's look at some radar. There's really nothing going on. Like I said, there's a little bit of rain showers to the south of Kentucky, but we're not going to run down there. We're just running a test run right now. We do have GPS, so you can see I'm on the Ohio River. So we're going to take a cruise right along the Ohio River. Let's watch this GPS. Actually, let me get you on the right screen here. There's the GPS. We're going to see how accurate that is. For some reason I don't have. Get to there you go. Make sure you're seeing the same thing. Go up on, we can take this ride on the river, see what kind of scenes we got down there, and then we can go to Woodland Mountain Park, a little bit further west, about where we came from, and go up on the hill. Maybe there's a lookout there we can check out. I don't know how much you guys are going to see. It's a little bit wider lens camera there, so we definitely got a better view. Now you can see some of that cloud cover developing closer to the river, so we will have some rain showers pushing in. Like I said, probably just around noon or a little bit after noon. See this GPS moving at all? Yeah, it is, so it's working pretty good. Not a big view of the river, just a big line of trees. That's all we got blocking the river view, so not much to see here. we go up to the next road. Maybe we'll just turn around, go back. We'll get up on Woodland Mound. We'll go see what kind of lookout we got. I'll have to disconnect the camera, do a separate recording. Then I can just edit the videos, put them together, make it one big video. So. The good thing with this radar and that GPS, we can see, we pull up a supercell. When we're chasing a storm, we can see if we're heading right for it or not. So. Like I lost video somewhere here. I lost video at the park on this screen. Alright, I'm gonna pull over for a minute. See what we got here. I don't know why we have lost video. Alright, so we are, looks like we're okay now. I don't know why that does that. Alright. Simple fix though. Back on the dash cam, let's see what we got. Some pretty good clouds out here, pretty good cloud cover, so nothing in the vertical, just some cumuliform clouds showing the instability, then pretty clear in between that, going all the way up to the cirrus, up the higher levels. So no, I don't know, there's always that chance of a thunderstorm popping up, especially as it heats up during the day. So when you start off the morning with a, in the low 70s and start building heat during the day, you can build it the convection, especially when you have these cumuliform clouds starting off this early. Then they can just build from the heat from there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, see if we get a rattle, thunder or two. We'll definitely not suspect anything severe, any major heavy rain or anything. Just I look for some light rain showers. posted a picture of my gear in my car yesterday. Had a bunch of wires. Really not a lot. I mean, there's a lot of wires in here. Most of it's on the passenger side. A few on the driver's side. So the way this ended up is there's 2 wires on the driver's side. Everything else is just hanging in the center and over on the passenger side. So I got 2 wires well behind the wiper controls. No reason to get in my way at all. The only thing that may get in my way if I have to grab the steering wheel real fast, something happens, then might be this keyboard. But that's pretty flexible, and that will just kind of bounce out of the way. So I'm not really concerned about that either. Keep an eye out for deer in this area too. Need to see one come across the dash cam. So we're just running the local area. We're in southwest Ohio, Claremont County, right along the river. We're headed a little bit north now to Woodland Mound. Trying to find a lookout. We can get some pictures, some good video. vehicle permits required, and I don't have my wallet with me, so we may have to turn around. See if there's a guard up here. Nope. No guard. See if there's a decent lookout out here. If we can overlook this river, get some pictures, and I'll have to stop the video, add some pictures, maybe do another slideshow or something, and go from there. What's around here? Bunch of trees, that's what I see. So we'll turn around, we'll go back up on that hill back there. It's like a pretty decent lookout right here. See, walk down there. I don't think I can see too much though. And I don't think this will be worth stopping the video for, so. We'll come back to that later. Okay, I'm going to stop the video here for a minute and then we'll be back. Try to get some video or some pictures to do a slideshow overlooking this river.